Hi, and welcome to Schoology Training. In this video, I want to show you a little bit about why you should consider course personalization. If you look at this course here, which is a real course that I used when I was teaching, you can see that there is a lot of really cool resources, and there's even a set of folders that organizes material, but then, this is kind of a mess up here, and then this is kind of a mess down here. There's no rhyme or reason or order or anything to it. It just kind of exists. And for me, it kind of made sense because as I put something up, we would make use of it. And I thought that, hey, you know what, this is going to be cool. But over time, I realized it started to look a little bit sloppy. Plus, if I dug a little deeper into some of my unit folders, I realized quickly that even though I do have a pretty good degree of organization in here, it turned out that some of my resources were kind of running free and rogue, just like the resources on my main page. And so over time, I began to work on and develop an organizational strategy that would allow me to make my course look like I cared about it as much as what the work I want my students to do will be. So the finished product is what you see right here. And I've got material under instructor information, and I've got material under the course introduction and resources. If I look here, you can see that the material that would be at the top of this course, I linked into the course introduction and resources. And then after that, I organized all of my subfolders so that, including the Unit 1 folder, you can see that those resources that were just kind of at the bottom are now in a designated Unit 1 resource folder. I also have individual category subfolders. So in my course, I grade assignments, quizzes, and tests as my primary categories for grading. And so I have separate folders for those, and then at least once in 9 weeks, I will have a project. So in this folder, there is no project because there wasn't a project associated with Unit 1. But what I would do is I would just simply take my Unit 1 folder and I would copy it over from another course shell or from my old course, and I would rename it Unit 2, Unit 3, and you can see that my unit folders, all the subfolders are the same, all the unit folders are the same, and they're color-coded so that it's easy to recognize where one unit begins and one unit one unit ends, one unit begins. Another thing too that you can do as, if you know that in the first quarter you're only going to be working in units 1 and 2, you can come in here and you can unpublish units 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and so on. And this will make it so that students won't be able to see anything past what they need to see in the course. So they can't see this on their end. And if I unpublish all these other folders, they wouldn't be able to see that work either. So these are just a few of the ways that you can organize your course to, better meet the needs of your students and also to meet the needs of your goals for using the LMS. If you don't use the LMS extensively, you may not find it so necessary to go in and extensively personalize the course in the way that I have. Now, you also may notice that there are images associated with my folders. This is real easy. All I did was I went in and created, I got a background from the internet, I posted it onto a PowerPoint slide, and then I took a text box and I sent the picture to the back by right-clicking and going to send to back. Then I took the text box and I formatted the text in this way that I wanted it to look with a glow effect. And I simply typed over the box. And then I used the snipping tool to capture Unit 1. I took the same slide, I duplicated it, and then I typed Unit 2 over it. And then so on and so forth. So I have 7 slides for this course in a PowerPoint that I just would type the words on top. And then I used the snipping tool. Once I got the snipping tool and saved the image as a JPEG, I clicked on the gear and the edit icon, and I'm able to go right here in the description to the image under the insert content menu, and you're able to upload the image from your computer using the attached file feature. So nothing to it, pretty easy stuff in terms of doing these personalization techniques that really make a world of difference in the way your course is going to appear, and also in terms of how your students are going to feel about utilizing the course. I highly recommend course personalization in your Schoology course.